next we are going to peel the potatoes. I have a 5-pound potato bag. Peel them and I am going to cook them till they are soft. So I will see you in a few minutes. The magic of the YouTube video. Everything is done within seconds. So when the water starts boiling, I always add salt, and because of that much potatoes, I added like 1.5 tablespoons of salt. Give me a comment if you liked Polish dumplings. I would like to know which ones are your favorite ones. Potatoes are ready. Now we need to put them through the potato ricer. So this potato ricer I bought in IKEA. If you have IKEA anywhere close to you, go and check it out. Probably they do have it. It's a European tool that we use. We slice the potatoes through that to make our potato dumplings. So just load the potatoes. We need to squish them in through that thing. It's going to be harder, but a good tip, it's easier to put them through that ricer when they are still warm. They're a little bit harder when they are colder. So okay. The potatoes are already riced, so now we need to cool them down before we start doing our dumpling. So when I have them riced, I cut them in 4, the whole thing, and I pull out 1/4 of that divided potatoes. And in this 1/4, I add all-purpose flour in that 1/4. And it needs to be exactly 1/4. Like you're going to see, I added less than 1/4, and this is why I had to add a little bit more of the flour. And also I'm adding 1 tablespoon of potato starch into the whole 5 pounds of riced potatoes. And this is the best ever easy potato dumplings. After cooking them, you can fry them and they are so delicious. This is my house favorites. And always remember, add 1 egg. Don't add too much because it's going to be too watery. Then you would have to add more of the flour, and too much flour is not going to be good in those dumplings. And just mix it well, and we're going to start cutting them soon. So that was already mixed pretty enough. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the flour. I can feel I need a little bit more. I added not enough to that 1/4. So let's start doing our dumplings. So we need to roll, we call that in Poland a snake, with my sister. I added too much. It's going to be way too big snake. So just do it from the middle to the side. You keep going. So it's going to be pretty equal snake. There. like that. And now I'm just going to cut little dumplings. So I'm looking for that kind of size. So it's going to be like a size of the finger. And if it's sticking because knife is wet, just dump it into the flour. Here we go. And start cutting. You can make them smaller, you can make them bigger. It depends on you. Alrighty guys, so let's add like a tablespoon of salt. Mix it well. Water is boiling, so we're going to start dumping our dumplings into it. So usually I put a lot on one hand and then I slowly placed one by one at first. I'm going to put more because I don't want them too crowded. Okay, and we're going to cook them until they start swimming up. Right, I can see they are starting. So from time to time, start mixing them, and you can see they're starting to float on the top, so they're almost done. Okay, so they looks like they're getting ready, and wait until the water now starts boiling. And when the water starts boiling, we're going to add cold water and we are pulling them out. Okay guys, the water starts boiling, see that? And then now our cold water. Here we go. Alright, and we are ready to be pulled out. We need to drain them now well from the water so they're not going to be soaking in. Because if you're going to keep them too long, they are going to break apart. Now we need to wait for another water to start boiling, and we're going to repeat the process. So, alrighty guys, all the dumplings are done. That was from 5 pounds of potatoes. There we go. So let's do our cabbage. So from the cabbage I removed the first leaves because we do not need them. They're usually dirty and ugly. So let's cut it in half. Alright. Sorry for the noise behind. I'm frying one of my sausages. Okay, and we're going to cut that in half too. And now we are going to slice this. And just FYI, the moment you reach that middle part of the cabbage, remove that. This is really hard and you don't need that. Here. Now I am going to add water to it. Alright, the water is in, and I'm going to turn this on, and we're just going to cook it. We are not going to add at this point any other spices, just the water. And I'm going to cook this under the first boil, and then I'm going to remove this water, and I'm going to add not too much, like maybe 1/3 of the pan, another fresh water. And why I'm doing this? Because the cabbage has a strong taste. If you do not usually like cabbage, try to remove the water from the cabbage and then add fresh water, and you're going to see the difference in the taste. Alrighty guys, very important part now. The cabbage is almost starting to boil the first water. I am going to start frying the bacon. So I bought in Costco, and this is the leftover that I froze. I bought the slices of the bacon. I am going to cut them in small pieces, and I'm going to start frying them. Bacon is all cut. Let's fry it. So why I'm frying right now and not waiting right when this cabbage is kind of pull out the water, it's because one time I cooked the cabbage and I didn't fry the bacon quick enough, and the cabbage was basically cooked off. It's so quickly cooking when the cabbage is fresh and young that it's going to be mushy, and I don't like mushy cabbage. I like to have the texture in the cabbage that is still holding. Ready, so the water is starting to boil in the cabbage, so I'm going to remove that one. And if it's coming to my bacon, I am going to add onions that I previously cut in small cubes. I'm going to take off that water from the cabbage. Not going to be too much of the water. It's a fresh water. Okay, that's it. So I added like 500 ml of the water inside, so it's just barely in there. Why I'm doing that? Because then when the cabbage releases even more juice, it's going to be too watery for me. Spices, only salt and pepper. You don't need anything more in here. And how much? Up to your liking. If you like more spicy, you can do it more spicy. If you like less spicy, you can add less. It has a different taste, so just remember, make everything to your taste. Okay, I don't want to add too much of the salt because bacon is salty enough for me. Okay, by the time that cabbage is going to be ready, the bacon is going to be so ready with the onions. Oh my god, almost there. I'm going to save a little bit of the bacon to the side with that fat. Woo! This is why I have an apron. Just tiny bit. This is going to be for the dumplings. Alright. And I am not going to add that fat because that is way too much fat. I am just going to add the bacon with the onions. See how much more water it made it? The last piece that we need is a lot of dill. Yes, you need a lot of dill to that dish. It's a dill, sorry. I went one time to the store and I asked the guy in the store if he has a dill. And he was looking at me like crazy. And of course that was my English accent. Instead of saying dill, I said the deal. So, yeah. Polish crazy accent that I have. Okay, basically this dish doesn't need too much to cook. If you want, yes, you can cook it for a little bit longer and make it more mushy. I do not like more mushy. A little bit more salt, yes. Definitely. Black pepper. I only use in my kitchen fresh black pepper. I do not like already crushed pepper from the store. I think it doesn't have any taste at all. Oh my god. This is genius. Alright guys, I'm just going to leave this for like maybe 2 more minutes so it all goes with all the spices are going to blend in. To see how much liquid it produces. See, if I would add more liquid I will have a soup. Of course you can add flour into it and mix it with the flour to make it more condensed, like more like a stew or gravy of the liquid. But the thing is, if you do not eat that too quick and that flour is in, it makes the cabbage go bad faster. Alright, let's add some of that gold cabbage. I'm saying gold because it is so delicious. Let's try. I'm going to try first the dumpling. Wow, it is so good. Sorry for my dog. Now the cabbage. That video was highly requested by one of my friends, Polish friend. I gave her this recipe and she was like, please, you have to do this video. This cabbage is so good. Yes, guys, if you do not like cabbage, give it a try. Wash off the first water from the cabbage and add the second fresh water and you're going to have a delicious, delicious cabbage. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe and press the like button if you like the content. I'll see you in the next video coming soon. No, don't mix it like that. No. There we go.
I don't.
No, not like this.
Can I be famous?